Wait, so what? Look at this. So both Ulysses and or not Daniel are speaking through the flames, and then both of them in at right in their penultimate little tercet go. Ulysses goes first. He sees the mountain, distant, dark, and dim. Purgatory is so far away from where he is because that's what he's pulling up on in his boat. Right, he tries to get to purgatory.
He's actually pulling up to purgatory.
That's the last thing he sees
Ulysses
before
says.
his whole shipmen die. Right, he says, "Through my power, you can get to purgatory. Right, we can travel that through me. Right, row, come on, push it, motherfuckers. We can go."
That's in the Odyssey.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Or it's after the Odyssey. I think this is supposed to be like Dante just makes up this story.
Oh,
he makes up the story of Ulysses' death, right? And so he goes. We could see a mountain, distant, dark, and dim. In my sight, it seemed higher than any I had ever seen. We rejoiced, but joy soon turned to grief. For from that unknown land, there came a whirlwind that struck us head on, right? Joy turned to grief.
right.
And Arnott goes, your courteous question pleases me so much, I can nor would conceal myself from you. I am or not, weeping and singing as I make my way. I see with grief past follies, and I see rejoicing the joy I hope is coming. Grief and joy. Again, right? Ulysses' joy turns to grief. Arnaud's grief turns to joy. And then Adam's just contemplating in the joy.
Damn.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Because the joy is...
That's crazy that Ulysses was right there by the mountain.
That is crazy, dude. I'm gonna steal that from you.
And, oh, shit.
Dante, yeah.
Yeah. If you listen, you got to go to Canto 26. Just read them all the way through. Inferno. But...
What do you mean?
No, I'm talking to the fucking listeners.
Oh, yeah, exactly, dude.
But, wait, what was... And then there was another canto that started with... Hollander put on there... It started with the first word Ulysses says or something. What is it? It's eager, right? One of them starts with eager. Right, yeah. He goes, right when he's in the Garden of Eden, he's eager. And Dante.
Oh, yeah.
His first word, vago, eager, ties him to Ulysses. Eager for adventure. Ulysses was when he left. He was eager for adventure, right? And Dante's eager to explore the Garden of Eden, which is what Ulysses was trying to get to.
Damn.
So what does Adam say? How does Adam complete this?
He asks him 4 questions. He goes, okay. He asks him 4 questions. How long has it been since God put you in Eden? How long did you stay there? What was the reasons for God's anger? And what were the languages?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good
what
question.
were it comes back to language. But earlier but halfway through that, he meets John, who's the holy scribe. And John's also the one that's about love. John's associated with love. Peter,
because he's
faith.
He's a famous quote, "For God so loved the world, right? He gave His only Son." That's from the Gospel of John.
Okay,
John 3:14, right?
Okay.
That's a big famous one.
And John, Peter, and James are the 3 disciples that are with him in Gethsemane.
Yeah.
And Peter
Peter
means
and
rock.
James. Yeah.
Pietra means rock. So
Upon
that's
this rock I build my church.
right. So that's faith, hope, and love.
Oh, they're the 3 virtues.
Right.
Peter's faith.
Yeah.
And why is
James is hope.
James is hope.
Yeah.
Why is he hope?
I don't know. But love. So like one idea I had was like, okay, so he asked him about the first language. The holy So he goes, let me just read what he said and see if anything hits. Everything's breathing forth. It's like the fucking Holy Spirit coming through, He goes, I remember when I was reading this. I began. He goes, O fruit who alone were brought forth ripe. O fruit who alone were brought forth ripe. Oh, wait, no. Wait, is it? Within these rays, the first soul. Okay, within these rays, the first soul ever made by the power looks with love upon his maker, and the tree. Okay, the tree that bends its highest branches in the gust of wind then springs back, raised up by natural. Okay, yeah. O fruit who I think he's talking to Adam here. He goes, "O fruit who alone were brought forth ripe, O ancient father, of whom each bride as at once." Of whom each bride is at once daughter and daughter-in-law. And there's some shit about him being sisters with Eve also.
Adam is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know?
Yeah.
So like they like,
Where's Eve at?
fuck.
No, but keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going.
and he
keep going,
goes,
sorry.
he asks him the questions, and then he says, "Without telling me your name, I can discern your wishes even better than you can picture anything you know is certain." He's like, "I can read your mind."
Wow.
Because they can read everyone's mind
Yeah.
up there, you know?
Yeah, nice.
And he goes,
Because it's transparent. You're perfect up there, so you don't have to hide or conceal any thoughts, right? It's just transparent.
Exactly. Everything's transparent. Yeah, transparency. They're not
And
trying
the
to
light,
hide
the
everything.
light, the
And
light.
That's true. That's part of it.
Everything's transparent.
Wait, why did I mark this? He goes, he goes, for I can see them in that truthful mirror. He's like, I know your thoughts, for I can see them in that truthful mirror, which makes itself reflective of all else, but which can be reflected nowhere else. That's some God, that's God. That's
the
God.
true mirror.
The truthful mirror, which makes itself reflective of all else,
Okay.
but which can be reflected nowhere else, right? And it's also like the
I
sun
love
kind.
that.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
kind of the
that.
sun, like
Yeah.
you wish and
The
yeah.
truthful mirror. I love that.
Because that's, what Christ's son, quick
Yeah.
sidebar, Christ's son, God his son, it's like things that give light to others and like help things grow
And don't
and
take
are
it.
a light when they're
Yeah.
in darkness. Like this is how, like,
Yeah.
Dante being like, you can do this is how you try to be
Yeah.
Christ-like.
Wow. And
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it makes sense back then in pagan times. It's obvious, but pagan times you're praying for good weather.
Yeah,
for
for
sun
sure.
To come back. You're always praying for
Yeah.
the sun because sun literally makes things grow. And then when someone smile, you can see when someone's eyes are beaming, or that's why
Yeah.
it's like, he's like, and then Beatrice, like her smile and her eyes were like, like
yeah.
I don't know, like I guess on some level the medieval poets were like, what do they mean by like Christ and man? It's like I guess if it's like a really beautiful woman. Like that's like God, or,
Yeah.
or like love, just be. I don't know, something about the. You can
True.
tell about people with their how the light is in their eyes or something. Anyway, so then he goes, "You wish to know how long it is since God placed me in the lofty garden where this lady prepared you for so long a stairway," and he goes, "And how long it was a pleasure in my eyes, and the true cause of the great wrath, and the language that I used and that I shaped." And then he goes, "Know then, my son, that in itself." The tasting of the tree was not the cause of such a long exile.
It wasn't.
It lay in trespassing the boundary line. And he also goes this. He also goes,
Wow.
this is some real paradise shit.
Yeah.
You ask him 4 questions, and kind of rudely, you ask him about the sin
Yeah.
that he caused pain for all of
Yeah,
humanity
yeah.
for all time. And he's been in purgatory for 4,000 years
Yeah.
until finally Christ died on the cross and
Yeah.
he go up to heaven. And he comes out straight up and addresses it right away.
Wow. He's not scared.
He's not hiding anything.
Yeah. It's transparency.
That's
It's full
transparency.
transparency. They're finally in the light.
We
and that's
in the light, dude.
That's the truthful mirror. In the truthful mirror, you can see clearly. In a regular mirror, you can shade. You don't know what you're seeing, but the truthful mirror tells you exactly who you are. It reflects everything. It
Right.
reflects all the truth.
And what's your Odysseus? I didn't even, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't. And then he goes, wait, let me just go. He goes, in the place from which your lady sent down Virgil, right? I longed for this assembly more than 4,302 revolutions of the sun.
That's a
Go to
long
notes.
time.
Checks out, And he goes, and I saw it return. I saw it the sun, and I saw it the sun, and I saw it return to all the lights along its track 930 times while I was living on Earth. He lived to be
Wow.
930.
Yeah.
That's what they say. The tongue I spoke was utterly extinct before the followers of Nimrod turn their minds to their unattainable ambition.
Wow.
That's building the Tower of Babel.
Wow. So
Right?
So no one knows Adam's
No one
language.
knows this language.
Yeah,
I was spitting
love that.
some wild gibberish.
Yeah.
back at the garden.
Just me
and
and
Dante's
Eve.
like, me too, bro. Dante's like, me too. That's what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
That's like me, dude. I'm like,
That's-
you don't know. That's Gian. He's saying
Yeah.
we're doing a new language. No one knows this language. It's like, should we give him a code to
Yeah.
tell him? Nah.
Nobody knows this language. That's crazy.
I gave me, dude.
That's what he's trying to do.
That's what he's saying.
That's so crazy. He's past.
That's the Steel Nuovo.
Yo, that's even.
Don't just-
You know, they're doing one thing in Babel, right? This is even like he wiping everything away. He wiping away all of Ulysses' artifice, all of Arnaud Daniels'
Source.
fucking contorted bullshit.
Damn.
He's transparent.
That's so good
He's,
that you-
he's speaking his transparent gibberish is what he's trying to do.
Spit,
That's what
dude.
this is. This is transparent gibberish.
That's transparent. It's so clear. And he goes,
Wow.
and then the last bar.
Wow.
Yeah. Before I descended to anguish of hell, I was the name of the letter
Yeah.
Ital was the name on earth of the sovereign good. I was a name whose joyous rays envelop and surround me. I was a name on earth, the sovereign good. That's
Yeah.
Later, El became his name, E-L.
Wow.
And that is as it should be. For mortal custom is like a leaf upon a branch, which goes and then another comes.
Wow. And he goes, that's as it should be. Things change.
That's exactly it. And he goes, that's what the vernacular is.
Yeah.
You out here, you're like a leaf.
Oh, things
and then
change,
new things come,
yes.
and it gets
The
wiped
name
away.
of God changes.
The name of God. The name
Oh
of
my
God,
God.
changes. Oh, is this a? What do people? It's gonna be dated.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
If it's not dated,
Yeah.
you're not listening to the
Yeah.
leaves around you, bro.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's what
Because
he says.
that's the only way to do something that's not dated, right? That's the only he writing in that he don't care. He not trying to he just writing the damn language. You figure out his gibberish.
You figure out his
right if you want to
gibberish.
know the truth. Oh
You
my
figure out
God. Look at that. That's so good. And I love how Adam's just like content. He's just he's not even sweating the fall. Like Arnaud Daniel still when he's here, he's like he sees his grief still. And he's like, Adam's not even sweating it. He been like that's so far in the past.
Yeah. He's like,
right, he's done with that.
wow. dude,
Well,
he
I
comes
sin.
right
I'm
out.
like, I'm, yeah.
I
What
sin.
else? Like that was a million years ago. Like I'm
getting chills
good.
right now, dude. I'm getting chills right now. We tapped in right now. Wait, can I, dude? And then
Wow, because he in the full redemption of God's grace too. How could he feel bad when he got God's pure grace on him?